At what point did this become an issue that was brought to your guys' attention and meant enough that you decided to make an entire film about it? You can hold it.
Okay, cool. I'm like not sure. Yeah, I think, well, as a concerned father, when I was becoming a father, I started getting involved with the food, some of the activism going on around our food system. And what woke me up really was the fact that people from all walks of life, there were veterans, there were soccer moms, there were people from all walks of life at these marches against Monsanto at the time, and that was when I first discovered Alicia, and that was what really woke me up. Like, this is an issue that transcends everything else in society. This is the environmental issue that needs to be addressed, because it's really at the pinnacle of the most important solution to the biggest problems that we need to solve.
Wow. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, I think for me, I'd been studying nutrition, so I was learning a bit about the food system and the problems in the food system. And I think with a lot of folks, when they first learn about everything that's going wrong, they start to get a little bit frustrated with the issues and what can they do. And so for us, we had spent a lot of energy ourselves in meetings, in marches, in conferences, and trying to do activism against this or against that. And so we kind of asked ourselves, like, was there a way that we could shift this and look at the people who are already working on solutions? And as we discovered soil health particularly, it really just shocked us how this wasn't being talked about on a wide enough scale. This UN report came out that said we had 60 years of farmable soil left on the planet, and we were like, can we regenerate soil fast enough, or is that just the end? And as we learned more and more about the soil issue, what was really exciting was that, soil is at the root of so many environmental problems, whether it's water or food or even climate change and how we store carbon that is up in the atmosphere and needs to return back to the soil where it came from. And as you looked at soil regeneration solutions, we could actually fix so many different things at the same time. So that's why we wanted to help get this story told.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was this greenlit before or after before Rosario's involvement?
Yeah, we've been working on the film for quite some time. Before we were able to, get in touch with Rosario and show her what we had been working on. And what was really cool is that Rosario Dawson is very aware of this issue before we brought it to her attention, which was part of the reason why we were so drawn to working with her, because we wanted somebody who really walks the walk and understands the power of activism, the power of using her voice, power of an individual, and how we can create a ripple effect that can create the awareness that we need around solutions to hopefully re-energize some of the fight and frustration towards the work that we can do right now.
And did you know everything going into this film, everything that you researched, was it all in there, or was there a moment during making this that was like exceptionally jaw-dropping?
Yeah, I think from our perspective, we set out to make a film about solving our food system. Like, how do we really grow enough food for everyone? And you can't really have that conversation. You can't honestly explore that conversation without focusing on soil. And that was the epiphany for us in our quest. We knew about the soil issues, but how critical that was to actually really seriously solving anything about food. And the byproduct of solving that is potentially reversing climate change and doing all these other things that are so important, water storage and all these other issues. So yeah, I think that was the main aha moment for me.
Okay, great. And then after this, what's going on with you guys next?
Yeah, we've got a few projects in the works. This film we debuted at film festivals about a year or so ago, and we're just super excited to get this out there. What's really unique, I think, about what we're able to do with this film, luckily, is we're actually giving it away to the entire world for free, starting right now. It's actually live. Anyone can see it until October 10th at theneedtogrow.com. And from there, we're hoping to create a conversation with audiences that we can, engage them in ways that it's not just about environmental health, but human health is a major component to this. And that really, if we're ever going to solve anything environmentally, we also need to be figuring out how to work together, how to focus on mental health, and cure a lot of the disease that is unfortunately running rampant just as much as these environmental issues are happening. So it's really two sides of the same coin, human health and environmental health.